step on their throat mentality now going into tomorrow night, right?
We have to. You know what? This is a very good hockey team that we're playing against. By no means, like when you look at the scores, they look a bit lopsided, but the games were. They took it to us last game. We ended up winning the game 5-1, but they spent a lot of time in our zone. Like they're a big hockey team. They can skate. They hang on to pucks in the offensive zone. So we have to do a better job of killing plays. And we were very opportunistic. We're in Charlotte. You know, I guess things even out. I think all year during the regular season, our actual goals for was a lot lower than our projected goals for, if you look at the analytics of it. And so now it's starting to even out. You know, like we're starting to be more opportunistic in those situations and scoring some goals.
We were worried about rust. Apparently that's not a factor. You get win 2 on the road. What does that say about this team to be able to stay focused for those 2 weeks and now looking at a game 3 to win the series?
Well, it says a lot about the leadership in the room, you know, and like we talked about this, how to manage rest and the workload. It seemed to pay off. We worked them really hard the first week, gave them a couple of days off, then we worked a lot of system stuff. So it shows a sign of maturity with our group. And like we came out in game 1 ready to go, and that was good to see. The guys are ready. They're excited to play a game because they haven't played in 13 days. So that game really worried me, but the way that we came out, I was really impressed.
You said a best of 5 can change quickly. Is this series still capable of changing?
Yeah, you saw what happened to the Boston Bruins, right? You know, so 5-game series are really scary. You know, a team all of a sudden, you know, hopefully things work out for us tomorrow night. But if they don't, all of a sudden they get a lift, and they just take it game by game, period by period, and it's gonna be a battle. Like they're a good hockey team, and like I say, the scores don't indicate how the games were.
You've had a lot of guys contribute the first 2 games. What does it say about the strength of this team?
Well, we always talked about depth throughout the year, right? And this is the first time all year where we've had everybody that's capable of playing on our roster healthy. And I don't think there's been a stretch all season long where we're like this, you know. So, but we have depth. When guys went down during the regular season, other guys filled in and did a great job, and our team didn't miss a beat. So that's good on management for giving us those tools to work with, and the guys have come through with flying colors.
You know, you only had Alexei here for 9 games this season. We talked for the series about the line you put together with Vanis and Lapierre. Obviously, they produced, but what was your view of what they were able to do together as a trio in Charlotte?
Well, they have some really good chemistry. And we liked it in practice, and it translated to both game 1 and game 2. You know, they scored big goals for us at key moments of the game. And, you know, you got Protas as a big, strong guy that has skill. You know, you get Lapierre that has good wheels, that pretty creative thinker. And then, you know, Sammy, like he's really creative, and he's been around the league and adds a veteran presence to the line. So I like that line combination. It's not being broken up, that's for sure. We're just going to stick with it.
You got points from Connor Michael. Each of these first 2 games really kind of came alive here down the stretch. How have you just kind of seen this game develop this season?
I think it's just maturity, and he's invested into our hockey club right now. You know, like he scored a huge goal for us. They score in the 3rd period in game 2 to make it 2-1. All of a sudden the crowd gets alive, and they're coming. They had a really strong shift, and then when his line marched out there, he scored a very nice goal off the forecheck. And you know, it's how our team wants to play. You know, Pilon made a great read, and Snively got involved and fell Mike Hilo in front, and he spun around, went top shelf on his backhand. But he's really matured into somewhat of a leader on our hockey team. You know, he says all the right things on the bench. You know, when they scored to make it 2-1, he just was even keel on the bench, helping the guys out. And then he goes out and performs. And, you know, it's a sign of him just growing as a player, and you know, he's getting better and better every day.
For the guys who haven't been on this stage, you talked about legacies and being able to match the intensity of the Calder Cup final playoffs. Were you pleased with their first 2 games? Did they match what you wanted?
I was really pleased and somewhat surprised, to be quite honest. I didn't know how the guys were going to react, and the guys were excellent. You know, the guys were playing hard. You know, we have Lapierre going through a body. It's a 5-1 game, going through a body with 4 minutes left to go in the game, playing the game the right way. So I think the biggest thing, you know, the guys all stick up for each other. We have a wolf pack mentality, and the guys love each other in the room. Like, they're a close-knit group, and they play hard for each other.
You're coming back here for the first game of these playoffs in this building. What have you seen from this atmosphere? When you took the job, you talked about how great these fans are. Have you felt that love Giant Center. What are you expecting on Wednesday?
Yeah, for sure. Our fans are great. You know, they're very supportive. They come out every game to support us. You know, they're a vocal crowd that, you know, like we're talking about a breed of fan that's been around the game quite a bit. Like these people know the game of hockey, and so you know, it's fun playing in front of a crowd. You know, like we go to different rinks during the regular season, and there's only like 2,000 people in the rink. It's not fun for the guys, but here we always get nice crowds, and they're always pretty loud, especially if we're playing well. It's a fun atmosphere. It's a lot of fun, and the guys like playing here.
Going off that, with the kind of unconventional format of the best of five, you being the higher seed, you have the first 2 games on the road. How excited is this group to be back after taking care of business, knowing you have kind of 3 games if you need to just win 1?
Well, they're very excited, but I'm ecstatic. To be quite honest, like you know, once you get that first game, you know, you're thinking, man, like, you know, it's not like a 7-game series where you go on the road for the first 2 and you get a split and you're happy with it. A 5-game series, short series. So to get that game 2, it was huge for our hockey team, and you know, it was a good bus ride back. Everybody felt good about it, and I know the guys are excited to play in front of our fans tomorrow.
Ethan Frank, still haven't really seen him break out here in the playoffs, but this season, breakout season for him. Did you kind of see this season coming from him? Where did you see him laying the groundwork?
Well, it was funny in training camp. We saw him flying. Like obviously he can skate well. He has a great shot, and we're just watching him at rookie camp and at the start of training camp, and he was flying. And somebody made a comment, "This guy can probably score 30 goals in the American League." And then somebody else said, "Well, like we're just up there, just like the old guys from the Muppets, right?" You know. So somebody else says, "Well, it's a tough league," and but like, you know, you have to give him a lot of compliments. He's worked hard at this game. He's always one of the hardest working guys in practice. You know, he uses his speed to his advantage, and he has a great shot. And the thing is, the good thing for our hockey team is that we haven't seen his best yet in the playoffs. I think the best is yet to come.